What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today's video is about why you should rent exotic cars. Now, I know on this channel we talk a lot about making money from, renting out your exotic cars, doing car hacks, to just renting out regular vehicles, but I want to make sure I give you guys the full story because my email and inbox has been blowing up about exotic car rentals ever since the Atlanta video came out. People keep saying, well, I'm renting Ferraris, I'm renting Lambos, how do I protect myself? So today I figured I'd make a video, and I might as well rent this McLaren from our good friends here at LVC Exotics in Las Vegas. They're a professional rental car company here in Las Vegas that rent out beautiful exotic cars like this one behind me. So we're gonna go ahead and start with talking about some of the things you need to do and how to cover yourself and protect yourself. But before I do, if you guys can do me a huge favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, that helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, if you consider subscribing, I post great stuff like this all the time, and click the notification bell. Only 80% of you guys are watching this are actually subscribed, so please add that. And without any more shameless plugging, let's get into the video. So I know everybody wants to start off with one of these crazy cars and exotic cars. So before you even think about doing an exotic car, we're going to talk about the basics about getting a regular vehicle. Now, if you're starting on a platform like Turo or Hire Car, you don't really have to go get an LLC and a business license right away. I recommend trying the platform and testing it to see if you actually like it. So when you get something, don't go out and get a car like this. Go get a nice, sensible economy car, something affordable, something that also you wouldn't mind being stuck with if for some reason your rental car venture doesn't start out. You don't want to put yourself in the poorhouse just to think that you can make some money. Start off with some very basic cars, just get started and see if you actually like the platform. Now, once you get a few reviews and everything's going good and you get your superhost status and you want to upgrade to some nicer cars, you're going to need to get 3 or 4 vehicles before you can even think about getting something like this. After that, you're going to need to get what's called a bridge loan, something that can get you over the $100,000 threshold of an auto loan. So a lot of people don't know about this. You could have an 800 credit score, but if you've never purchased any vehicles over $100,000, they will not give you a loan on these particular vehicles. So a bridge loan is something that could step you up to the next level. So one of the things we talk about is, getting a $80,000 to $90,000 car, something like maybe a new Escalade, new Corvette, something like that, that'll push you over the threshold. You're going to need to keep that vehicle for 6 months to a year. So this way you show your track record of being able to handle a $1,500, $1,800 car payment. And then, and only then, you're able to go up to the $200,000 plus price range. This vehicle you see behind me is over $300,000. It's $398,000, I believe, with all the options. So you're looking at $400,000 vehicle. So your next step up from the $100,000 is the $220,000 loan to get something like this. So that's just to get started. That's just to put you in the ballpark of being able to afford one of these. Now, once you actually get this vehicle, you're going to need to register it in your name with your personal insurance, because when you first start out, no company is going to give you exotic rental car insurance for this vehicle. So you're going to have to rent it through Turo. If you don't rent your vehicles through Turo, you're a fool. They're going to crash them. They're going to beat them up. Never do the buddy to buddy thing. If you saw my other video about the one in Atlanta, there's too many people doing handshake deals. You need to make sure you go the correct way. So at the end of this video, we're going to go back over to LVC Exotics and we're going to talk about some of the ways they prevent themselves from actually getting screwed. And I talk about some of the things that I do to make sure that I don't have those same issues. But once you actually get your vehicle and your exotic, you rent it out on Turo, Hire Car, whatever you want to use, one of the platforms, and see how it's working. If you can keep your vehicle consistently rented for 15 days out of the month, then you're in a good spot to actually go ahead and consider this for a business. Now, why I say 15 days, that's the minimum you want to get, because it's going to cover not only your overhead for the vehicle, which is your payment and your insurance, you're going to need to make sure you pay down your depreciation and maintenance, which we talk about all the time. So a percentage of that is going to go to there. And then the last 5 days is going to be technically your profit, which should be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 on a vehicle like this. And this is how you come up with the formula to actually make money. So if you can consistently do this for about 6 months, renting your car for about 15 days to 17 days a month, then you know that maybe your market is right for you. Now, if you're watching this and you live in a small town or small city, do not do this. Vehicles like this get rented a lot here in places like Vegas, Miami, New York, very hot, flashy places where people like to drive, a lot of tourism, a lot of extra money that people are just flinging around. So if you live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you want to start the next big exotic rental car company, don't do it. I don't care if there is an NBA team there, they're not enough to withstand or withhold your actual company. So just start off small. A lot of people are doing this as car hacking. They rent it out for 3 or 4 times a day just to pay their bills for the end of the month. So if you want to try that, go ahead. But like I said, I try to stand away from it because just the headache and the cost of owning an exotic car is insane. Now don't get me wrong, renting out exotic cars is definitely fun, and if you want to do car hacking, it's a great way to own one of your most desired luxury cars or exotic cars for a fraction of the cost, or if at zero cost to you. But you just got to keep in mind, like I said, all the risks that come with renting these vehicles. Now every car we preach about putting GPSs in them and also putting G-force trackers in them. The G-force tracker will actually tell you how bad and how hard they're driving your vehicle. So every time someone does a hard acceleration, it'll tell you how many G's of force are being pushed through your vehicle. So if they're doing little accelerations on the freeway, hey, that's fine. That's part of the experience of renting an exotic car. You never want to fault somebody like that because that's the reason why they're renting these cars. But if they're doing massive donuts in the middle of a parking lot, if they're taking your car to the track, that's another reason why you want to have a GPS, because we actually geofence all the tracks here in Las Vegas to make sure that they don't take one of our cars out to the track and drive the hell out of it. You know, so see, there's some of the things that you want to put in your cars to offset the risk and cost of actually doing this. Another big thing is, if you are renting these particular cars, I don't recommend doing a virtual rental. You want to meet these people in person. You want to talk about the car. You want to explain how it works. You would not be surprised on how many people that we rent these cars out to, and people don't even know how to start them, how to put them into gear. These are very rare exotic cars that people don't have a lot of experience with. So it's your job to let the customer or the consumer know that, hey, look, this is an exotic car. It's over $400,000. This is how you put it into gear. These are how the buttons work. This is how the active arrow works. You know, explain some of the cool features as part of the experience. You want them to have a good experience, but also properly know how to use the car. Because if you have a front end lifting system and you don't teach the people how to use it, and they come back curbing up all the front end, technically it's your fault for not showing them. But at the same point, you know, you need to make sure you let these people know about the features and everything else that your vehicle comes with. So I heard LBC Cars. Can you tell them who you are, and what you guys do here?
What's up, guys? I'm Ninja Ed. I work here at LBC Exotics. We rent out exotic cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, Rolls Royce, you name it.
What makes you guys the best rental car company in Vegas? In your belief?
In my belief, we are one of the best in Las Vegas because we offer unlimited miles. Just no out-of-state driving, no Grand Canyon driving, but anywhere in the valley, Hoover Dam, Valley of Fire, you get unlimited miles, so you don't have to worry about that. And we also have one of the biggest fleets with a lot of the newer cars.
How many cars do you guys have in your fleet?
In our fleet, we have about 40 cars now.
Wow.
We do have a location in LA that we kind of rotate between though.
Awesome. Now, how can they find you personally, and how can they find the company?
If you want to follow me directly, I'm ninja.ed or ninja_snaps with a Z. And then our company is LVC Exotics on Instagram.
All right. Make sure you guys follow these guys. They're great people. They got amazing exotics for great prices. Anything else you want to say to everybody before we close out?
That's it. Thanks, Lucky, for always coming to use our cars. You got great content. Make sure you follow us. And if you guys need a rental, hit us up.
You heard it here first. All right, guys, we're back here at the studio. Unfortunately, Ed got really busy. We're gonna do a little bit of interview about talking about, you know, what it's like to rent exotic cars, some of the procedures you need to do to cover yourself. But if you look at some of the video, that place was just popping. They're renting cars left and right. So unfortunately, we had to leave. But I want to give another huge shout out to those guys. They have amazing cars, amazing fleet. Please follow them on social media. Like I said, just a great group of car guys that actually enjoy cars and love cars and share the passion. So if you're in Vegas and you want to rent a car, definitely check them out. So I figured I'd end the video here. We're just talking about a little bit of things that can prevent you a lot of headache and a lot of heartache. So one of the things I wanted to show you is when you go to an actual professional rental car company, the first thing they're going to ask you for is your driver's license. They're going to run it through several companies to make sure that, one, your license is real, two, that it's valid, you don't have any type of suspension or anything else like that, or anything that can limit you from driving the vehicle.
These are some of the things you need to purchase, the software and some of the databases, so this way you don't have these issues with your renters. Next thing they check is your insurance. Now, even though I know these guys, I'm still required to bring a deck page with me, and they will actually call your insurance to verify. So they'll say, hey, does Mr. Lopez have enough insurance coverage to drive this McLaren? Now, if my insurance company says yes, we have no problems. But if they say no, I will have to raise my limits right there on the spot to make sure I have adequate coverage to rent this particular vehicle. You know, and this is how you protect yourself from any types of issues. The next thing they offer is if for some reason I can't, they can offer you additional insurance at your cost. And it's something that only a licensed business or rental car company can do. So if the customer comes in and they don't have adequate insurance, you sell them the insurance, so you're protecting the customer, your vehicle, and your business all at the same time. These are some of the things you guys need to learn about, so this way you don't get screwed with, you know, like stuff like what happened in Atlanta. I got another client that just called me today. His vehicle was involved in a police shootout, and he's probably going to lose the whole vehicle. So we're going to go over that probably in a later video, but these are some of the things you want to protect yourself with. So, you know, like I said, unfortunately, we weren't able to get a lot of info from that particular company, but I just want to give you my end on what I do. So like I said, I run background checks as far as their driver's license go. I make sure the ID's correct. We check the deck pages, check insurance. Also, we talked a little bit about GPSs. It's very important. I don't care if you have a $5,000 bucket or a $500,000 Rolls Royce. You put a GPS on every single car, and on the expensive cars you put 2 or 3, because it's very important, because you need to know where your cars are at. Helps you with your insurance and tracking. So like I said, this is a fun business. It's a great thing, so don't let this discourage you. I just want to put out some information, but I don't want to ramble too much because I don't want to make this video 45 minutes long. But if you feel like you learned anything, please smash the like button. I truly appreciate it. Also, if you consider subscribing and click the notification bell, I'm going to be posting 3 times a week. And if you have any questions, once again, put it in the comment section below. Pretty soon I will be giving out another free consultation. I do these consultations just to help people out. If you have any questions, anything particular, you have me for a whole hour. I go over all your questions, business plans, everything else. Also, if you can follow me on Instagram at automotive.life, we post way more funnier videos there, a lot more crazier content, because unfortunately, we're not allowed to do some crazy stuff here on YouTube. But once again, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.